idol worshippers with his car, all in the name of healing. The pastor even went as far as feeding his congregants with snakes and live rats. Penwell told his congregation that he had read certain scriptures which led him to believe he could feed his congregation with strange items to prove the power of God. He emphasizes that his congregants should eat whatever he gives them without asking questions to prove their faith, and also made it clear that anyone who may see things differently is working for the devil. Prophet Alpha Lukau. Alpha Lukau is a South African-based preacher, author, and televangelist. He is the founder and general overseer of Hallelujah Ministries International, with his headquarters in Johannesburg, South Africa. This pastor came under fire after he attempted to act live Nollywood drama in his church service by attempting to raise a supposed dead man to life. The action film would have gone unnoticed until internet users started digging deep into the footage and discovered the alleged dead man was never dead to begin with, and was even breathing and opening his mouth whilst in the casket. Alpha Lukau later confessed that the man was not actually dead and that they staged the whole thing. This came after South Africans tried to force the man of God to resurrect the late Nelson Mandela. Prophet Andrew Ejimadu. Prophet Andrew Ejimadu is a Nigerian prophet who is based in Zambia. He is the founder of Christ Freedom Ministries International. This controversial African pastor claims to have the power to vomit money in all currencies. He claims that sometimes God deposits huge sums of money in his stomach and would ask his members to give him certain amounts so he can multiply it for them in his stomach. Ejimadu claims to have water that cures HIV but has an expiry date. In one instance, he made his church members to lick his shoes so they can receive their miracles. Ejimadu was deported by Zimbabwean authorities, where he was accused of having carnal knowledge of a minor and several other related cases. Ejimadu then moved to South Africa, where he continued his atrocities. In 2018, he lured hundreds of South Africans to his church after he reportedly vomited monies during a church service and left his members scrambling to pick monies, which were coming from his mouth. He is currently under investigation by South African authorities and is most likely to face charges of fraud, trickery, and money laundering. Paul Mackenzie. Paul Mackenzie is a Zambian pastor, preacher, and self-acclaimed prophet. He is the founder of Good News International Church in Kenya. Paul Mackenzie has become public enemy number one, from President William Ruto calling him a terrorist to the angry mob that destroyed Mackenzie's church in the southeastern town of Malindi in Coast Province. The entire country considers this self-proclaimed pastor to be one of the worst killers in the nation's recent history. The evangelical Christian is accused of having encouraged his followers to starve to death, and that he would be on the other side to receive them into heaven. Since the beginning of April, bodies have continued to be exhumed from the Shakahola forest where Mackenzie and his followers had settled. At least 133 people have been found dead. What a wicked world. Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. Shepherd Bushiri, also known as Major One, is a Malawian prophet, pastor, Christian author, televangelist, and founder of Enlightened Christian Gathering, with his church headquarters in South Africa. This controversial pastor has done it all, from staging miracles to alleged walking on air, even though we could clearly see two people holding him up on the sides. He once pulled a trick where he claimed he could take a photograph of a person from the spirit realm using an iPad. Unfortunately for the man of God, the camera was zoomed into him just before the trick, and we could see him click the gallery button and then proceed to pretend as though he just took the photograph. This flamboyant preacher has immersed millions through his craft and even owns 2 private jets and rides around in luxury cars like Rolls-Royce and Ferrari. However, karma has finally caught up with him as he is currently facing charges bordering around fraud, money laundering, rape, and many more. Pastor Chris Okafor, founder and senior pastor of Mountain of Liberation and Miracle Ministries, aka Liberation City, found himself engulfed in a quadrant of controversies after his alleged staged miracle, where he attempted to heal a woman with a withered arm. In the video, which went viral on social media, the pastor claimed he was recovering the woman's arm from the coven of witches. However, social media investigators soon pulled videos of the same woman in 3 other ministries receiving prayers for same problem and getting healed. When the heat got too much, the pastor confessed to staging the miracle. Apparently, the woman could naturally shorten and extend her arm at will, and so she employed her talents by helping men of God stage the mind-blowing miracle.